Hey everyone, it's me again, Anya, and I know it's been quite a while since I've done a video, and I do have to apologize for that. Last week at work was just really busy. I probably worked more than I should have. Not that I would like doing that, but I just kind of felt like I was falling behind, and I don't like feeling like I've fallen behind. So I did kind of overexert myself, stayed up almost every night, and even though I did have a video for you guys about Chainsaw Man Part 2, it almost immediately became outdated because those of you who are keeping up with the manga, it is ending next week, which is fucking crazy, first of all. But anyway, I do apologize for that. Um, this week is not looking like it's gonna be any better, but I do want to get a video out because I do care about this channel and I do care about you guys that are subscribed to me. So I wanted to just talk about my weekend and just some things I've been thinking about because I was kind of sad about it, but now that a couple days have passed, I feel pretty okay with it. Um, I wanted to talk about just friendship and how important friends are to me. I have talked about my feelings about how hard it is to make friends in here in my current situation in Germany. Again, my life is mostly consumed with work, which, to be honest, my probation period is almost over. Not that I'm going to take work less seriously after that, but still. Um, but anyway, I've spoken about friends in general, but not about my university friends, which who I got to see last weekend. Of course, granted, I have met with one or two of them at once in the past, but this last Saturday, most of the friend group was able to get together again, and that was quite unexpected. I'm very happy that we all managed to commit to it and see each other. And I won't go into details as to what we did, but basically, I traveled to the city where we did university together because most of them still live there, and we all had an excuse to go there and see each other. And it felt nice. It felt nice because I hadn't seen these people in so long, and I haven't even thought about how long it had been. I've honestly, since moving to Hamburg, actually, even earlier, since graduating in last June of last year, I have been so constantly busy with things related to me mostly. And again, I just didn't really stop to think about the big difference between me seeing people now and me seeing people back then. Because in university, you just get to see like people my age and friends all the time, every day. And it was very nice to have like a room of my own that I can just fuck off to and just be there if I wanted to be alone. But if I wanted to talk to people, I could just go outside and talk to classmates and they would be there. And that would be so nice. And now I don't have that anymore because there are days where I can just go without talking to people for so long. I don't know. And it doesn't bother me inherently, but knowing about being aware about this difference now is just kind of weird. Um, Point here being, I didn't really realize all these months just how much I missed my friends. Like just being all of us together again, and I talked and I laughed and I made jokes like I hadn't in months. And I realized that I really missed that. And it's kind of a shitty realization to have that, oh, like, yeah, I don't really have a friend group here where I am at the moment. And knowing how much it can help fulfill you and make you feel okay about so many things that are maybe not going too well in your life, I miss it. I miss it. Um, it's not even being back on University City. I don't think the place matters too much. It's really the people. It is really the people that I miss. And I don't know, just knowing that some people enjoy my company, that's always something that's made me feel insecure, that maybe some people don't enjoy my company. But they do, and they tell me that, and I made sure to tell them that I miss them. But still, it was particularly scary this time too because it was the first time that I went dressed as a girl to where they were. Granted, some of them, I think a couple already knew, that I was trans, because back then when we graduated, I was not yet out in public. So I've been transitioning since then, and I look so different, and I was kind of scared how they would react, right? Because they don't know that I have bangs, they don't know that I am wearing makeup and dressing femme. So I mean, I didn't do my voice. I just spoke like a guy all the time, and that's because that's what they're used to hearing, right? I didn't want to scare them too much. But anyway, um, it was scary. It was still scary because I don't particularly enjoy being trans, like publicly, visibly trans, with people when surrounded by a lot of people that I know. And although, again, I trust my friends, but I knew that whenever I go to the city, I'm going to run into so many people that I know, and that can be very nerve wracking. And it's maybe, I was afraid that it would be a little overwhelming, but it wasn't. And my friends were all very supportive, which is kind of nice. And I got so many compliments from them, and they like seeing me happy, they like seeing me confident, and that was quite reassuring. And again, it kind of adds to the extra shock of just now having to go back to my life, right? I was kind of freaking out on Sunday on the way back to Hamburg because I was like, oh man, I'm just supposed to go to work tomorrow, like nothing happened, just pretend like I didn't have the time of my life this weekend. Yeah. And it sucks because I don't think these kind of reunions are gonna get any easier. Because now that, like, sure, some of my friends are still studying in Bremen, that's the other city, in Bremen. So it is logical. It is a logical choice for us to meet there. But in the future, when they graduate, I don't think any of us have any reason to come back there. So for all of us to get together again, that's gonna be a lot more difficult. And of course, everyone will find a job or study their masters. So again, I don't know how it's gonna be arranged in the future, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm really, really hoping for the best. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think friends are really important, and maybe I'm not saying much when I say that, but that's just been a personal reflection of mine. I've never really pretended like I don't want friends, but there are times where I think I can exist without them, for some time. But now it's really kind of bothering me. Like, oh, it would be nice to see my friends more often, or at least make some kind of new friend group here. I think I've already explained the reasons why I don't think I can achieve that at the moment. Eh, and that's kind of demotivating. I mean, again, I had a great time, and I really need people that share my interests because I want to make good friends, not just any friends. And especially now that I am, changing the way I present myself to be true with my gender, I need people around me that are accepting. I need people around me that care for me, because also want, I have a lot of passion that I want to invest in friendships and relationships. So that's kind of been on my mind lately. Um, just again, I was almost filled with a sense of regret of like, oh, I didn't appreciate my friends enough, but I think I did. I think I spent enough time with them, and I do think I made enough friendships. But it's demotivating how a lot of things related to adulthood, they kind of get in the way of really seeing them as often. Again, like this city that I travel to is like an hour away by train. I don't know what's gonna happen when people live even further away, right? Well, how often will I get to see them? Once a year, once every couple of years, that we all just like actually set aside the time or purposely craft a really special occasion to meet. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't like that uncertainty because I know that they feel the same way that I do. Deep down, I know they do, but they don't say it. And to be honest, I only half say it to them. I wish we said that to each other more. I wish we told each other how much we care about each other. And I wish people did that more often in general, but yeah, so that's kind of been it. I'm very grateful that I managed to see my friends because I had already kind of have given up on hopes on like a full friend group reunion. And to be fair, it was not a full friend group reunion, but a lot more people were there than I thought would. And that was nice. Again, treasure your friends. That's the message of this video. Treasure your friends. Um, don't be afraid of initiating friendships because they're nice. They're very nice, and I don't want to live a life where I don't have friendships. Even though maybe that's especially apparent to me now that I don't have any where I'm living right now. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Watching back this video, Anya, in 2 to 3 years, how are you? I hope you're still living in Hamburg. I hope you like your job, and I hope you have friends because friends are the meaning of life. Friends are important, essential, because I have so many things going on well in my life. I have so many things in my life that are going well, and I want to have people to share that with, and that would make me feel fulfilled. Um, because when I am with my friends, I forget about all the bad shit that might happen to me, and I want to be able to share my interests with people. I think that's about it. Again, message to take home: treasure your friendships, make more friendships, good friendships, keep your standard up, and love yourself. That's about it. Bye bye.